came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Clean-shaven baby Alan. You know, normally people look older when they have facial hair.
Honey,
But Alan somehow looks older
Back
without
here,
it.
Sweetie. How was it?
Like he looks younger
worst
with
weather
the
I've
stubble.
ever seen.
That's weird.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
I don't know where my coffee maker is. Here we go.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Oh, I guess we got a new TV. In the middle of a blizzard. I do like this apartment, though. I'm kind of a sucker for brickwork.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
What are you
No
making
kidding.
me make coffee for
didn't
when
think
you've
you
got a
could be
literal
done as
gallon of it right here?
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
I also love that they've got what are quite literally just the headshots of the guy they got to be the model for Alan Wake hung up there. They did a pretty good job capturing his likeness, though. I mean, tell me that doesn't look like Alan here. Once he has his facial hair back. Another barcode. I couldn't scan that before. I don't want to waste your time trying on all of them, but like I'm going to try this one just in case. Because these are new. Like, these barcodes were not in the original version. Or not barcodes, like QR codes. But I'm scanning it, and I'm not getting anything. Like, I don't know if I'm at the wrong angle. Or if my phone just doesn't like it for some reason. I almost had it, I think. No, I don't have it. I don't know. I'll look it up and figure out what that is. I don't know why there's a barcode on his wall, or a QR code. Did I just pick up a manuscript page?
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
So this is something of a Remedy mythology joke. So Alan's most famous book series that he's written, and they're talking about, is The Sudden Stop. And it is clearly a reference / send-up of their own previous game series, Max Payne. And so when they have the Sudden Stop pages here, the actor reading it is the actor who plays Max Payne. And I just think that's a nice nod.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Also, just noticed my phone has a notification on it that says QR code scanned. So let's see where this takes us.
The dark.
Okay, so this is taking us to a YouTube video. So I will look up these YouTube videos later and see if I can include them in the video. where I can put them. Like, I'll see if I can weave them in where they're supposed to be. So if they're in the video, I was able to do that. Otherwise, I will put links to them in the video description so you can watch them at the appropriate moment, because I don't know what they are and I don't know what they're for. But I don't want to watch a YouTube video where you can't see it right now and have you listen to it. I'll just plop it in here if I can. Yeah, all the different Alex Casey sudden stop novels. I hope those are not real handguns. That would get him in trouble. In New York, at least. What am I looking for? Cover mock-ups? Oh, right. There's something... Oh, hang on. I want to listen to the radio. Keep getting distracted by side flavor.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors, as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
Cool. Alright, I have to go back to my office. I got distracted. This is what I was supposed to be looking at.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time.
Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan?
I'm right here.
Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
Fuse box.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
Why do you just have an
I
old
love
light
you,
switch in your coffee
even if
table?
you are a liar. Thanks for this.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss.
See, he looks way younger
They'd
with a
send me to
beard.
hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me.
Cool.
I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Thank you.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Guys, it's Alice. He found her.
I'm sorry you
I'm
had to cut
such
your
an
morning
idiot.
fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
One time when I was at my great uncle's house, he tried to teach me how to fly fish when I was a kid, and I just ended up dipping the bobber, or not the bobber, but like the lure, the fly, in the water off the end of the pier. And in the 2 seconds that I was like playing around with it in the water, something grabbed it, and I yanked it up instinctively and caught a fish. My aunt did not forgive me the entire weekend for accidentally catching a fish, while she tried for hours and hours to catch something. It was hilarious. Sarah, that would be the sheriff. Missing Richard Baugh, Bruce Dansky, and Jacob Miller. On a camping trip overdue, haven't been in contact. If you've seen them or know their whereabouts, please call 555-9932. Thank you. I am pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that these three were people that won a contest or members of the Remedy Studio staff. I can't remember, but they ended up in the game as missing hikers. Oh, wait, what's this? Never mind. I thought I saw an interaction thing on that cabinet.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Thank you.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
That's ominous.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he'd quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
Yikes.
You can get to the back lot through that door and down the corridor, Mr. Wake.
Hey! I need more light
Coffee?
in here. God.
Oh, it's just mess with their equipment.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we located the brake book. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsal today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
And I think there's a manuscript page, yep.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here.
Alright, that doesn't seem like it would cost me anything.
Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're alright. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
It's bad when the drunk guy makes more sense than the cops. Also, Manuscript page.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
That's not good.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the Sheriff's Department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
I gotta wonder if that really was just two drunk guys, or if we've got something else going on here. Hiya! Whoa! Alan has the power of Thor.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Let me out of your backyard. There we go.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent...
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey!
Okay.
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client. Who are you? I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent.
I love
you
Barry.
You have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me.
What the hell are you wearing?
Yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
A Hawaiian shirt, a puffy coat,
what the hell was
capri
that
pants,
about, Al?
and
we don't
boots?
need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you.
Bucktooth Charlie. Oh, this was from the Deerfest poster. They said that he would be here. Oh, can I get a hat, please? No.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Coffee? No manuscript pages. Guess I'll go talk to this ranger guy.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Aww.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here.
Poor
Actually,
guy.
I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Hell, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Alright, I'll get it.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Alright, form. Got it. Here you go.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Thanks, Rusty.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
I gotta walk all the way over there?
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on Kathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, Okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Alan seems like he could be a very frustrating person to be friends with.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
Oh,
this
no.
is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay, okay then. I understand. But you're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Bless
Are you okay?
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Alright, anything in here that I want to bring with me? Some extra batteries, a coffee thermos. This is honestly a very nice cabin. Holy cow, this place is also kind of huge. Right, I'm not going to turn the lights off. That seems like incredibly cruel. Especially since Barry doesn't believe the things that might hurt him. So we'll move on.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort.
Are you just yelling that out the front door?
Step of the way, Al. Locking the door now.
Alright, at least I still have my gun. Manuscript page.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
It was too much to hope that there might be a shotgun there. Oh, I can use the car?
Barry had the keys to the car he rented.
Oh.
Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Of course, Barry rented this monstrosity of a pickup truck to go to a national park. It's a cool pickup truck, but it's way too big.
I knew I should have
What
gone to
exactly
the
did Barry
cops.
think we were going to be doing?
This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Frickin' bird scared the crap out of me. He was too scared to make a noise. Or, you know, startled. Anything good here? Can I go in here? Nice. Stuff.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Wasn't that funny, guys?
Really, just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly that. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Alright, oh! Bullets. Alright, I guess I'll go back down to the visitor center. Or, I guess Lover's Peak. I don't think I'm going to the visitor center. What is going on? Oh, that wasn't good. Check this cabin for more supplies. Okay, it's all in the same direction. Something. Oh, okay. Alright, officially not a good place to be. Night Springs.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
Uh-oh.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
I don't know why, I just like these Night Springs things, they're clever. Alright, off we go to do what we were supposed to be doing the whole time.